Okay, that's this on. Ready to rock?
Let's do it. Let's do tackles in their opponent's halves to really create that pressure in those goal-scoring opportunities. I think with how well Long Beach have done early in games, they need to keep that up tonight here at home versus the Wolfpack.
Absolutely, Fox. Now, we've seen a few back-and-forth moments here in the first 10 minutes. We'll run you through the starters for Long Beach State. Aurora Shuck, no surprise there, gets the start in goal. Connie Uchida in the defensive line, along with Brooklyn Antonucci and Zoe Willis. In the midfield, we have Julie Lopez, Sherry Cox, Jordan Candelaria, Amira White, and up front, Radisson Banks and Logan Knighty get the start. A healthy crowd here tonight for back-to-school night as well, as Nevada looks to attack down the right-hand side and inside the box. The Nevada Wolfpack only one win through their first 5 games this season. Nice interception there from Logan Knighty. It'll be out of bounds for a Nevada throw. The Nevada Wolfpack tonight wearing all gray uniforms and the beach in all black. Errant cross goes out of bounds, and it'll be Aurora Shuck to take her first goal kick of the night. Aurora Shuck, a stalwart in this Long Beach lineup. After her first season at Washington State, she transferred to Long Beach and last season played every single minute during the Beach's campaign. Going to send a ball up to Cherry Cox on the left sideline. She's going to play it back. And now long ball forward finds Radisson Banks. Banks in the midfield, a nice turn, looking for options. She's going to drive forward. Has Amira White in support at the top of the box. Instead, Banks is going to look for a shot, and it's blocked off. It's going to fall to Natal Elmakoble, who lays it off, and now Long Beach has it on the left-hand side, just outside the box. Plenty of options just outside the 18, into Elmakoble. Amira White inside the 6-yard box, and McCoble's cross is going to be collected by the Nevada goalkeeper, Mia Collins, who's also played every minute for the Wolfpack this season.
Like I said right there, you know, that is one thing that they've done really well this season is apply pressure early. And one thing that also is kind of underrated with this team is their counterattacks. A lot from the defenses, and really everything shot up front to Banks.
Now here's Radisson Banks inside the 6-yard box, and it's a great save. Just as you were saying, Fox, Long Beach can turn it on in an instant. The danger's still not clear for the Wolfpack. It was an errant pass that fell to Elma Coble. Radisson Banks nearly found her 3rd goal of the season. Another ball with Elma Coble. Long Beach still trying to apply pressure here as we enter the 14th minute. Amira White, the freshman, plays it to the back line for Zoe Willis. Now Willis to White, and out to Cherry Cox on the right-hand side. Cox into the box. Cross to the middle is deflected away. Nevada looking to clear the danger now. Amira White still giving chase. They can only get it as far as Connie Uchida. Uchida to White. Outside the 18, a long ball into the box. Elma Coble's going to have to chase it towards the corner flag. Elma Coble doing well to shield off her defender. Long Beach still in possession. Nice turn from Elma Coble towards the sideline. Fancy feet trying to get around her defender. The ball is played out of bounds.
One thing with this early pressure that the Long Beach State always brings is possibly late game when it comes to substitutions and having to bring the starters out for the opposing teams. Really sets a gap defensively sometimes when you have someone like Banks running around you the whole entire game.
Radisson Banks, the Washington transfer, comes into this Long Beach State lineup after 2 very successful seasons up north. Banks, very familiar with George Allen Field. One of her 6 goals across 2 years for the Wildcats was scored right here at George Allen Field. As now Long Beach has played it back to Shuck and will try to build from the back. Here's the long ball forward from Willis. Will not find a black shirt. Instead, Isabella Sortis gets on the end of it. And Nevada looked to control possession here after a pretty hectic few minutes of pressure from the beach.
One thing I do really like about this Long Beach defense is their ability to stop the counter. We've seen a lot of balls, timely tackles, taken away right away and just sent up the field. Really good crosses and through balls just sent up right away. And it gives them a chance to keep adding on to that pressure, really.
Now here's a throw in. Radisson Banks is going to try to chase it towards the end line, across back to the middle, looking for Amira White, and it's cleared away. You mentioned, Fox, the need for the beach to get out to a hot start. Radisson Banks is going to be a big part of that. We've seen her active and involved here early inside the 18. Now here's Elma Coble driving forward. Plays it back to White. Now White will turn her back to goal and play it back beyond the midfield to Kana Uchida. Pressure on Uchida. She looks to the middle for White, and White goes down. That'll be a foul. First foul of the game. Amira White goes down. That'll be against Olivia Kopp.
One thing we're noticing here early is really the possession time. Long Beach is dominating a little bit early. That's one thing you like to see. You know, a lot of opportunities could come from this right now.
And this is a very familiar position right now with the free kick for Amira White, the freshman standing over the ball from this near exact same position. She had the game-winning assist in the season opener against Hawaii. Instead plays it back to Uchida. Now Uchida into the box. It's a header just over the bar. Logan Knighty on the end of it. Great set play, playing it out to the right-hand side, and Logan Knighty was unmarked, not too far away from the first goal since Long Beach's return to George Allen Field.
That was a great cross in, and Knighty jumped above everybody else there and just missed it over the top of the bar. Really a great shot. One thing also you notice is really the cross pieces in is how close some of these balls are to going in, especially earlier in the games, just like against Texas.
Yeah, Texas just one of 2 ranked opponents Long Beach has taken on this season so far. Texas came to George Allen Field on the 17th. Long Beach in that game had a few chances in the first half, couldn't put away the Longhorns. Texas storming back to take that in a 2-1 win, and then just last week, Long Beach traveling to UCLA to take on the Bruins. Tied up 0-0 at halftime. The Bruins came back to win that 2-0, so Long Beach already familiar with some high-powered opposition. The Nevada Wolfpack not quite to that caliber tonight. But Long Beach needing to get back to winning ways. Here's Radisson Banks across, flashes across the face of goal, and Knighty's going to have to chase it all the way to the corner flag on the left-hand side. Tries to play it back to the top of the box. Candelaria crashing on the ball, able to win possession. Looking for a teammate, and now the Wolfpack have it. Nevada looking to break forward. Long searching ball for Naima Castro. Castro gets on the end of it, being harassed by Brooklyn Antonucci. Cross still comes into the middle, though. Connie Uchida able to get a foot on it, and Long Beach clear the danger for now.
Good pace by the defense there. Everyone gets back. Hard to create an opportunity when the defense is back like that.
Wolfpack still not done. Breaking down the right-hand side. And the offside flag goes up. The cross also errant above the crossbar.
A little bit of a narrative that was going on that Nevada Wolfpack and Montana game was they weren't really able to get anything going on the counters early. And that kind of ended up hurting them in the long run. And tonight we haven't seen any crazy counters. Long Beach has held the possession really well, gone back when they needed to, and so far it's been some sound soccer. So
the Nevada Wolfpack coming into this game off the back of a road trip that took them all the way up to Missoula, Montana, losing 2-1 on the road. Before that, they took on their first Big West opponent of the season in Cal Poly. That was their home opener out in Reno. A 2-2 draw there, but before that, their only win of the season came at Northern Arizona. The Wolfpack not expected to finish top of their conference this season, but expected to be competitive. Right now, their record sits at just 1-2-1. Elma Coble playing it to the left-hand side for Julie Lopez. Lopez looking back inside for Cox, who's going to chip a return ball back to Lopez. Julie Lopez just outside the 18. Now plays it in the field, and it's intercepted. Trying to drive past Jordan Candelaria with Sorotas, but Candelaria got a leg to it first. Now the ball with Radisson Banks. Playing it infield to Cherry Cox, who can't get on the end of it, and the offside flag is up anyways.
just a touch too fast. Cox is in the right position there. Couldn't really get it going, went right to the keeper.
Yeah, the keeper tonight for Nevada is Mia Collins. Not only has she played every minute this season, she's a stalwart on their lineup as well. Nevada keeping only 2 goalkeepers on their roster this season. In the midfield, it's Naima Castro battling Zoe Willis. Now she plays the ball down the right-hand side, and Nevada can break on another attack. Into the box, plenty of gray shirts in support. Ball played back to the middle, and now it's cut out. It's going to be Lopez who stepped in first, looking for Banks. Errant first touch, and Banks tracks down her own loose ball. Now plays it back all the way to Aurora Shuck.
Gotta love the hustle there. It just feels like Banks is up and down the field everywhere. And one thing that I've liked about this Long Beach State defense so far is how poised they've been. on the counterattack for Nevada so far. Feels like they're rushing down the field, trying to get them to jump any way they can. But so far, stayed poised, made the tackles when they needed to, and sent the ball right back up the field.
Now Nevada, no shots on goal here through 21 minutes. Long Beach has had the better of the opportunities. There's now a long searching ball. Looking for Radisson Banks is going to go all the way out of bounds for another goal kick from Collins.
One thing you can also notice a little bit early here is when Nevada has the ball in their own half, it's almost just like with the pressure that's coming on, it's hard for them to make passes even in their own half to get something going, to reset a certain play, because it feels like Long Beach, the way they've applied the pressure right now is everybody's there right away.
And once again, Nevada looks to break down the left-hand side, and it's Uchida who steps in front. Uchida looking down the line, her pass is intercepted. Now the Wolfpack recycle it to the left-hand side. It's Charlotte Bonney on the ball, drive it in field on her right foot. Stepping in nicely, though, is Uchida. They each try to win possession, can't get it outside their own 18, and a long shot from way outside the box comes in and into the arms of Aurora Shuck after a few deflections. It was Carly Larson on the shot.
Aurora Shuck really been solid last year and this year as well. A couple great saves, especially against Hawaii and Texas is one thing you'll notice. And the way she's able to clear the ball up the field, it's been really going well for Long Beach so far, especially in this game.
There's another cross in from Nevada. Going to go all the way through the box. Here's Uchida matched up one-on-one with the Nevada attacker inside the box. That time was Bonney. It's a hot and humid night here in Long Beach. The air is sticky out here, Fox. It's not the most comfortable. Our vantage point on the sideline here at George Allen Field. A well-attended game, though. It is back to school night here, so there's a lot of young fans in attendance tonight, and a few traveling Nevada Wolfpack fans as well. Very passionate fans that we met pregame.
Super fan even.
So the Wolfpack coming all the way from Reno, but not without some support on their side tonight. A throw in to the top of the 18. It's Zoe Willis battling for it. Willis, the Iron Woman last season for Long Beach, played every minute of every game. Now it's Radisson Banks, a nice move down the sideline. Here comes Banks, barging into the 18, looking for options. Banks is going to cross it to Amira White in the middle, and it goes all the way through. White just couldn't find a foot on the ball. Now Elma Coble tracks it down towards the left-hand corner flag. Radisson Banks did an excellent job that time, Fox, breaking down the line. The chance still not gone. Cross to the top of the 18 for Lopez. Lays it off to Banks. Now Banks is going to shuffle it back towards the midfield. Banks still in possession, and now she plays it all the way back. Long Beach looking to recycle possession, keep the pressure up. Finds Julie Lopez, and Lopez will play it now all the way back to the center back, Zoe Willis.
Just saw a little bit ago. There's Banks again, creating opportunities for this team.
Yeah, and Willis now from beyond midfield looks for Banks at the top of the 18. Her ball goes all the way through and into the arms of Mia Collins.
You can see a little bit on that last play where Banks is coming down the right line. It's just the pace is just really tormenting these defenses early in the season.
Radisson Banks obviously brings goals from Washington as well. Stands just 5'4", but she is a Bakersfield, California native. Now the ball is at the feet of Jordan Condelari. She cuts out a long ball from the Wolfpack. Plays a neat little 1-2. Now plays it back to her center back. Zoe Willis on the ball. Willis will try another long ball. Once again looking for Banks. This time down the right-hand side, and Banks is going to get on the end of it. She's pushed before she can get on the ball, and there's no whistle, no foul. Radisson Banks going head-to-head with Isabella Sortis. And the referee decided to swallow the whistle that time.
I think referees do a lot of great job. There's so many things for them to look at. But I think right there, Banks may have gotten a little push in the back that prevented her from being able to get to that ball. And this Nevada team, they got to play aggressive, because if not, Banks is going to be around them all day. And one thing about this Long Beach counter is their crosses are always really good. A lot of times you might see teams send crosses over the net, out of bounds, but from what we've seen, a lot of crosses in dangerous zones into the box.
Man, Long Beach hasn't been able to latch onto one of those crosses yet tonight, Fox, but it's clear Zoe Willis is going to play distributor tonight from the center back position. We've seen a few long balls, and there's another one looking once again for Radisson Banks or El McCoble, both in the area. Long Beach very comfortable with playing long ball, whether it's early or late in games. Now here is Candelaria playing a low ball down to Radisson Banks, who's going to take it outside the box now on the left side. Takes a touch beyond her, and that's going to be tackled out of bounds for a Long Beach throw. And now Long Beach will make a substitution. Coming in is Hannah Peters, the 5'9" freshman out of Fresno, California, and exiting for the moment is Julie Lopez. Fox, one of the things that confuses me the most about college soccer is the substitution rule, so I feel like we should remind our audience what those are. Each player can enter and exit once per half, but substitutions are unlimited. So that is not the last we will be seeing of Lopez tonight, but the last we will be seeing her till the end of this first half.
Yeah, typically you'll see once it's a substitution a game, and you don't want to sub out like your best players really early. If you were to see it watching your favorite team in the pros, you'll be like, oh no, but
it's only the 27th minute.
Yeah, but they can always come back in, which is kind of nice, and it gives them a chance to relax, regain some energy, get some water in, which is something that's very unique, and I tend to like.
Yeah, it's a nice change from the professional game. It's also nice for Hannah Peters, having only played 48 minutes so far this season. Now here's Radisson Banks, a layoff to Cherry Cox, and Cox is going to have a shot at goal. It's saved once, and Cox with the follow-up has scored. Just like that. Long Beach has taken a 1-0 lead, and it's Cherry Cox back on the score sheet. Her return to George Allen Field, her return to the starting lineup, and Long Beach has the lead.
It's a great follow-up by Cox there. Put up a good shot, good pace. Great follow-up, make sure it goes into the net. Top 10 in scoring all time at Long Beach. And she's out here early. Long Beach applied the pressure. They finally capitalized.
And the kids are going crazy in the stands as well. Nice layoff pass as well. Cox on the end of it. It was saved once by Mia Collins, but popped right back in the air. Cox with an acrobatic finish to find the bottom left corner, and Long Beach has taken the lead, having dropped their last 4 games, including their last one here at home, for a 3-game road trip that saw a lot of ups and downs. A loss to Washington, a loss to Portland, a loss to UCLA, and now Cherry Cox, who missed last season after an incredible freshman and sophomore campaign, is back on the score sheet. You love to see it. Nevada, after that goal, a bit of a huddle up, looking to refocus and regroup. It's now Long Beach 1, Nevada 0 in the 27th minute.
Cherry Cox missed the Portland game that they had away, and you can kind of tell there was a little bit of a difference when it came to their opportunities. They were still making the opportunities, but it just seemed like a little bit of the narrative of that game was that shots just weren't falling. But early here tonight, Cherry Cox back on the board. Long Beach hoping to change the narrative and get things into the back of the net tonight.
Yeah, Cherry Cox, a true fox in the box. Her goal against Texas, very similar to the one we just saw here. Latching on to not the first shot, but the second one. Now here come Long Beach again. It's Cox playing provider now, looking for Elma Coble in the middle. Her pass is cut out and played back to Collins. Cherry Cox, you mentioned, Fox, was recently entered the top 10 all-time scoring list. She is now 6th on the list all-time at Long Beach State. An incredible career. Great to see her back on the pitch. She's going to get a lot of minutes tonight, too.
Just one of those Long Beach players that when you think of this team, Cox and Banks and obviously Aurora Shuck, it's just regulars that you like to see on the field. Somebody that you know can change the game within an instant.
Ball played now in the midfield. It's ping-ponged around. Long Beach trying to win possession. It's now going to find the feet of Hannah Peters. Peters got her most minutes of the season against UCLA, playing 33. So maybe somebody Mauricio Ingrassia is going to look to more tonight. Now Amira White is driving into the midfield, going to play a long diagonal looking for Cherry Cox, and it goes too long. Collins collects again, is going to throw it out quickly down the left-hand side here.
Right idea by Amira White there. Just a little too much on it. One thing I also noticed in that Montana game is there was a lack of aggression in the box for Nevada. And I guess you can say you saw a little bit of that there on the Cherry Cox goal.
Nevada struggling against Montana, especially late. They gave up an 88th minute winner. An absolute banger of a goal, but nevertheless, it was what Montana deserved after some sustained pressure in the final 15 minutes. Nevada playing the ball around the box, looking to get a shot away now, and shooting. I believe that's Charlotte Bonnie. The Nevada uniforms not lending themselves to the commentators tonight. They are all gray with white numbers. Under the floodlights here at George Allen, not the easiest to keep an eye on. Long Beach, though, gets it on the attacking third. Here comes Radisson Banks down the left-hand side, working one-on-one. She has numbers in support. Here's Banks inside the 18, onto her right foot. Going to have a shot at goal, and it's just wide. Banks hits the floor in frustration. That one couldn't have been more than 6 inches beyond the left-hand post.
Feels like it's all Long Beach here tonight.
It's all Long Beach through this first half an hour, and we are going to have a hydration break. We mentioned it's hot, it's humid, it's uncomfortable. It's been a hot week here in Southern California, so the players will go off to a hydration break. But through this first half an hour, Fox, you said it's all Long Beach State. What have you seen so far?
Like I said earlier in the game, they needed to bring the pressure early. They've done it well in games like against Hawaii and Texas, and even Portland. They had a lot of possession time. They've really held on to the possession time here, gave themselves a lot of opportunities. And one thing, again, their crosses, really good, all into the box. It can be really taxing on these Nevada defenders. As soon as they get the ball up the field, it feels like the ball is coming right back towards them. And that is something later in the game, even though we're taking a hydration break right now, that's a lot of cardio going back and forth for them.
Absolutely. Taking a look at the stats, Long Beach has outshot Nevada 8-1 through these first 30 minutes. That includes 5 shots on goal. Nevada yet to register a shot on goal. And for Nevada, it's really a question of where the goals are going to come from this season. So far, it's been Naima Castro leading them offensively. She has 2 goals, but they've only scored 4 all season. So looking at the offensive threats for the Wolfpack here tonight, Fox, who do you have your eye on as they venture forward and eventually try to find an equalizer?
Like you said, Castro, 2 goals already early in the year. And also their junior forward, Olivia Loomis, number 16. You know, in 2024, she appeared in all 21 games, you know, had a career-high 5 goals in that season, even has a goal this season as well. I think those two, they might be able to get something going, possibly an assist. But also, the Nevada goals have been kind of spread out. Hasn't been just one player so far this year. A share of players, about 4 to 5 players that have had a goal. So anyone on that attacking front can hopefully get something done. But for tonight, Long Beach defense is looking very poised, and they're holding them off very well.
Yeah, so far on the defensive end, it's been Connie Uchida, who's played all 30 of these first 30 minutes, putting in a shift alongside Zoe Willis and Brooklyn Antonucci. Brooklyn Antonucci, another returning player to the roster this year. Fox missed last season with a foot injury she sustained in the exhibition game. Didn't get any minutes and was a big reason why the Long Beach backline struggled so much last season.
Yeah, one narrative from the last year was the amount of injuries Long Beach had and the missing key players, really. Like you said, the medical red shirt. And in 2023, all Big West freshman team for Antonucci. You know, it's hard to have quality games where you're missing key players like that, especially with how well they've sent the ball up, not only tonight but in previous games. It really makes a big difference, and you can see it here tonight right away.
Absolutely. Brooklyn Antonucci, a big part of Mauricio Ingracia's system as play has resumed. Long Beach has the ball pinballing around near the midfield, and Elma Coble comes away with it. More on Antonucci here. She said that getting injured was one of the best things that could have ever happened to her, as she got to see what happens behind the scenes at every practice and every game. It's great to see her back on the pitch tonight. Now here's Radisson Banks poking a ball forward for Elma Coble outside the 18-yard box on the left-hand side. Elma Coble finds Banks. She's going to cut back towards the byline. Banks still darting into the box and have a shot at goal, and that's saved well by Collins. That the 6th shot on target of the night so far. That time Radisson Banks dancing through a few defenders to make it happen.
She's been dribbling the ball really well tonight. You've seen it on the right side before the crosses. She's getting past the defenders. It's really making them try and jump inside the box because, like I said before, they had a little bit of a lack of aggression. And tonight, they don't want that to be the cost for them tonight. So the way she's been dribbling around them has been very well, very effective, getting players in the box, and really good shots on goal. And these aren't shots that are just right in the keeper's hands. Very slotted.
Yeah, Mia Collins has been forced to make a few good saves. She's been able to strong hand the ball a few times, come away with catches, but shots on target have been hard to come by in these last few games for Long Beach State. They did outshoot UCLA in the first half of last week's matchup, but in the second half, the tide turned on them. So Long Beach definitely capable of creating offenses, but the story of the season so far as well has been sustaining it.
Another thing, too, is with all these opportunities they've created, it seems like there's been a little bit of trouble finding the back of the net.
Long Beach still trying to venture forward here, and Cherry Cox is going to intercept the ball just outside the 18-yard box. It's Cherry Cox still with the ball. She's got options in support. Uchita's made the run, now gets the ball. Uchita, a loose first touch, and that's going to be cleared away by the Wolfpack. Long Beach still in possession, though. It falls to JayDe, who finds Uchita. Uchita looks infield to Radisson Banks, but can't find her. Ball cleared away only as far as Zoe Willis. A lot of this game, Fox, has also been played in the midfield. A lot of pinballing around between both teams as they try to establish possession. But it's Long Beach now on the ball as Willis plays it to JayDe, and JayDe looks down the line for Uchita. Uchita looks to cross it into the middle. It's going to find the feet of Cherry Cox. She takes a look around. Now is going to shoot. That shot goes wide, doesn't trouble the keeper. Cherry Cox, a little surprised there was nobody around her after taking her first touch.
Not a bad shot there. It's hard to really get the power behind the ones where you're falling away. But she still puts it up in a good spot, competitive spot.
Nevada makes a change here as well. Jasmine Navarro will exit the pitch, the forward. Having played all 32 of the 32 minutes played so far, will have a seat on the bench. As Nevada looks to play out of the back. A long ball down the left-hand side, finds its way to the middle. And Long Beach once again able to recover possession. It feels like it's one-way traffic throughout this first half. As Elma Coble is dispossessed, but once again, the cross to the midfield is going to be intercepted. As Long Beach look to break through the middle now. Radisson Banks on the left-hand side, just outside the 18, now driving towards the byline, across to the middle looking for Cox. It's going to be in the middle, and it's in! Amira White finds the finish. Radisson Banks turns provider. We talked a little bit about it earlier, Fox. Those crosses look so good, and finally, Amira White finds the end of it. That is her first goal in a Long Beach State uniform, her first goal at George Allen Field, and Long Beach State, just a few minutes before halftime, has now taken a 2-0 lead.
This is what we like to see. Great cross there by Banks. And you can see all those Long Beach offensive players just collapse the box. It kind of felt like Nevada was a little bit overwhelmed there. One person misses, there's another one behind it. If that person misses, there's another one behind it. 3 different chances for them to score, and they capitalize here early, 2-0.
Yeah, great work from Amira White, the freshman midfielder, making them run all the way into the 18. Graduate of Point Loma High School. Already had a memorable moment this season, like we